Remember to hit the thumbs up button and to subscribe. Oh, my hand. Bye bye, enjoy the video.
What's going on, MVPers? Malcolm Venus, Mr. MVP, back with another video. This is a what if video in the Dragon Ball universe. This video will be a little bit different and it'll also be a new category. Is where I show somebody's amazing what if art and make a storyline out of it. I hope you enjoy. What if Super Saiyan 4 was in the Tournament of Power? This concept art and what if idea was made by I Am Goku on Instagram. With this what if, I would like to make a few changes. First being, there will be no Ultra Instinct, and every time Ultra Instinct appears in the original continuity, it will be replaced with Super Saiyan 4. Second reason, there is no power scaling on how strong Ultra Instinct is. So therefore, the power scaling here will be loose for the sake of story. Now, we dive into this story. We are at the part where Goku launches the Spirit Bomb at Jiren, and Jiren pushes it back, and Goku is at the point of fighting it off, giving everything he gets, going Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken as he growls, straining his body, blood vessels popping as he tries to push the blast back, but it just keeps creeping up and then it finally implodes, swallowing Goku inside. His body is going through excruciating pain, but it won't back down, it won't die. As the dust clears, you can see Goku falling from the sky and he crashes into the ground as a little brown tail is unraveling in the dirt. Goku can barely keep his eyes open as he stares into the sun shaped like a lamp, and he thinks about it and pictures all his friends being erased. Doom, doom. His eyes begin to widen, his chest starts to grow, his body starts to form hair. He is turning into a grade 8. As all the competitors are shocked to see what they are seeing, but Vegeta, more worried than all of them because he knows what could happen, and then it happens. Goku goes Super Saiyan on top of the grade 8. Everybody quickly turns their attention to Goku as he begins to rampage. Almost immediately, he uses his Golden Uzaru might to eliminate all of the father competitors, leaving only Salaman, Piccolo, Dispo, Gohan, Toppo, Vegeta, Frieza, Jiren, Kel, and Kefla in 18. Everybody but Jiren, Toppo, and Dispo forces their attacks at Goku. Like how when Oniraza appeared in the continuity, Universe 7 didn't really get involved until Goku knocked 18 out of the ring with his tail. Then Frieza gets mad, saying, "You stupid monkey, you're messing up our chances of winning," and he turned golden, charging at Goku. Piccolo tries to warn Frieza, but it was too late. Goku knocked him out of the ring. With this, Universe 7 joins in, and we finally get the tag team of Solomon and Piccolo. They both activate their giant forms to try to take on Goku. They bear hug him and try to keep him from taking anybody else out. Piccolo is trying to calm him down in the bear hug. It was seamlessly working, but Solomon was slowly pushing him and Piccolo towards the edge. Piccolo shouts "No!" Then Goku powers up, knocking the giant forms of Solomon and Piccolo over. Gohan powers up to his ultimate form and flies right in front of Goku's nose with his body spread wide, trying to talk Goku out of it. Vegeta is on the ground looking up and comments, "That's good, Kakarot. You calm down. Take control and don't let it take over." But Vegeta did not expect Goku to start getting smaller, as his body is giving off a red light and is still keeping its monkey physique while still being in human form. Thus, Super Saiyan 4 was born in the Tournament of Power. Goku is looking at himself and wondering about his new transformation. Vegeta looks at him and says, "You done it again, Kakarot. You always find a new way to pass me. You unlocked a new transformation that looks more like our roots. So, how does it feel?" Goku answers, "It feels amazing, but this isn't God Ki, so I'm going to call it Super Saiyan 4. Then Toppo steps forward, and Toppo says, "I always knew you was a villain, and you just showed your true colors. When you was a giant ape, and now you're nothing more than a beast. Goku replies, a beast, huh? This new power is making me want to rage. It is hard to control myself, so if I were you, I'll shut my mouth. Vegeta, you and Gohan go and take on Dispo while I handle Topo. Vegeta replies, I was going to handle Jiren, but he looks busy, as Kale and Kefla land in front of Jiren. Topo charges in, and Goku blocks his punch, and he gives him a right to the jaw, sending him flying. Then Goku powers up and punches Topo back and forth casually. Then he drop kicks him into some rubble. Topo gets up and does his finger blast attack. Goku jumps over it, and Topo appears above him, and he smashes him back into the ground. Goku sits up and smiles and says, this should be fun. Back over to Gohan and Vegeta. They are trying to keep up with Dispo's speed, but they are having no chance at catching him. But Gohan and Vegeta are both technicians, so when Dispo decides to kick it up to the next level to speeds that they couldn't even see, an explosion goes off everywhere, knocking Dispo in the air. While Gohan and Vegeta were running, they was dropping landmines, much like how Goku did. Dispo is in the air, Gohan jumps up and holds on to him from behind, and Vegeta releases a final flash, eliminating them both. Now, back to Kale and Kefla. They are getting ripped apart by Jiren. Kefla's trying to get Kale to unleash her full power, but nothing will work until Kefla almost gets knocked out of the ring, and she starts to realize she is holding Kefla back, and if she don't help her and Kefla will be erased, and Kale won't let that happen. As she unleashes a barrage of ki attacks, as her body begins to bulk up as she's going into her legendary berserk form, Kefla gets up hurt, barely able to see and notice that this is her chance. She pulls the Batara earrings out of her bag and rushes Kale. Put one on her ear, then she puts the other on. They fuse into Kefla, and Kefla is a little bit scared seeing the depths of Jiren's power still hidden, but she isn't worried. She just knows it won't be an easy fight. She immediately powers up to her Super Saiyan form, and she rushes Jiren, knocking him off guard. He didn't think she'll come straight at him. She just power rushes through punches after punches, even back Jiren up to the edge of the ring. Then she does a giant mouth blast, causing a huge explosion, destroying that part of the ring. Vegeta's watching from the side, kinda hoping that Kefla barrage worked, but as the smoke cleared, Jiren is landing back on stable ground as his eyes glow red, and he is now at 50% power, looking over at Kefla hanging from the ring by one hand. Jiren says all of the power in the world can't do you any good if untrained. Jiren releases punches so fast no one could see them. As he flexes his eyes, Kefla falls into the void. Back to Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus Topo. Goku has Topo on the ground again, and Goku says this: you call me the villain, but you and your team are the ones carrying the tanks and eliminating people, causing millions upon millions to get erased. And you call this justice? Topo gets up and looks at Goku with hatred in his eyes and replies, you are absolutely right, but in order to save my universe I will throw my justice away and become the villain you all seek. Then he releases his God Destruction form. Jiren lands next to Topo and sees that Topo's finally getting serious. Vegeta walks up next to Goku and realizes, much to the same thing Kefla has come to, that if he loses here, there will be no home left, nothing but eraser, and Vegeta goes into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. The four combatants fight fiercely as Goku and Vegeta would switch opponents to help them throw off Jiren and Topo so their overwhelming power wouldn't outdo them. But in one of those switches, Vegeta's power just wasn't enough anymore, and Topo punches him out of his blue form and bring Vegeta to his knees. Goku tries to intervene with a Kamehameha times 20, but as he charges it up, he sees Vegeta get kicked out of the ring by Jiren. Goku sees this and hangs his head and fires the blast. It was too late for Topo. and it only scraped Jiren. Toppo has fallen out of the ring and Jiren is heavily injured because he was caught off guard by the blast. But Goku was already tired and that Kamehameha took everything he had. Goku has powered down to his base. Jiren goes full power. Goku stands up and yells, "Come on, body, don't give up on me now!" He powers up back to Super Saiyan 4 and does a Dragon Fist. Jiren takes the punch full on with one of his own. As a massive dragon goes at it, the whole ring shatters beneath their feet. But the power of the punches against each other was keeping them afloat. Both of their hands are starting to bleed. Goku has one final trick up his sleeve. He ends up transmitting them both to the bottom of the void, with Goku on bottom still holding on to the Dragon Fist. With Jiren on top still holding it, Goku slowly sidesteps it and let Jiren flies down to the bottom. As soon as Goku sidesteps, he falls into base form, passing out, and Jiren flies to the bottom of the void. Goku wins.